call to you with the voices of everything that lies beneath the deepest ocean and reaches to the furthest star. For a long time, and even today, the hearts and the tears of our people are on the ground for the suffering and the pain and the forgetfulness of those who said they cared. We ask that you fill our hearts with your love, Creator, the love of our grandmas and grandpas who knew how to love us. I ask that you look at our people, and I ask that you help us to look at our people so that everywhere we look, they are our people. My gratitude for this life that you have given to me, to see so much beauty in spite of all that pain. With one voice we call for justice, and we call for it not to be hurtful, but to be just. And as we call for it, we stand aside in hopes of being able to reach out and embrace those who have forgotten how to be human beings. I ask that you have pity on me, for my heart's not always been good, and I've walked in places long ago that are much different than where I walk now. I am honored to be here, Creator, with these men and these women and these warriors. And I ask that you help us to sing a song and to dream again so that our women can walk anywhere upon the earth that you gave to us without fear. And that our children will once again hear the laughter of their mothers and fathers and know how to live because we have forgotten. My gratitude to you, Mungasho, Grandpa, and Grandma, and all my relatives.
Thank you, brother. My name is James Warren Flaming Mooney. I'm of the Cox Osceola Indian Reservation, Orange Springs, Florida. I'm honored to be here. I'm also the co-founder of Oklevueha Native American Church, and I happen to be here with other members of the Oklevueha Native American Church.
Ani Buju, Bijik Gigiyaki, and Dijinakas, Bawating and Bujnaba, Jijik, Dorum. My name is David Gaskin, hereditary chieftain descendant of Chief White Crane, Sacred Eagle staff carrier for the Anishinaabe Nation. Come from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, Sugar Island, the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, border of Canada. Founder, Treaty Awareness Movement and Walk. Big wish for everybody coming here to show solidarity and unity for all people that represent organizations that stand up for what we believe in as a people, and as many nations of one people.
Hello, my name is Jason Rios. I'd like to thank everybody for coming and supporting not just this case or any particular sacrament or even the church in general, although it is all of those independent things and collectively as one. We're here essentially because we're fighting not even for religious rights, constitutional protections, or our laws. It's about human rights. Because if you really break it down in this essence, I got pulled over and stopped on my way home, on the way to the church, and then subsequently getting called to doctor a 5-year-old girl. Ultimately, what ended up happening is 3 different municipalities decided, even though they were told initially that they're pulling over a church. and they were given all the appropriate documentation. So knowing that they're pulling over a Native American church and no crime had been committed, they still chose to take it upon themselves to take all the sacraments and all the different medicines and medicine bags. And it's not just about what they say is marijuana or cannabis as their sacrament, because they took a whole lot more than that. Sorry. So they're taking our freedom. And that's what we're making a stand for. Sorry. I don't feel it should be anybody's burden to have to uproot a family. Sorry. So you have a Pakistani doctor who has to uproot and take their child and move across the country. All to try to be able to provide a life for their child. And can't talk. That's what we do daily, is try to provide life. So that's what we're here for.
Just what happened because they confiscated?
So what ended up happening is, and I'm sorry I can't get this all out. So in light of the fact that they were told that this is a church, here's all the paperwork, all the credentials that they can be supplied with, that, and effectively put on notice about us being a church, about color, all the legalities. But at the end of the day, it's like, where's humanity and common sense? You know, like, it's wrong. It's wrong what they're doing. So, 5-year-old girl subsequently crossed over, she died. And all without even ever having an opportunity to be doctored in the ways that they're requested and that they're entitled to as a human being. So.
My name is Dennis Smith. I'm a member of the Shoshone Paiute tribes of Duck Valley, down in the state of Nevada, up on the north end. Half our reservations in Idaho and half's in Nevada. I had the opportunity to serve our tribal business council, our tribal membership for 18 years on the council. Spent a lot of time back in Washington, D.C. with some really nice attorneys, tribal leaders, and I'm very proud of being a part of that and a lot of the accomplishments that we did. I'm here in Columbus, Ohio, to be a part of the Native American Church. I just got introduced to this about maybe 3 weeks ago, and I'm here and really in the learning process, but it's an organization that I support, and I hope to become a member, and wherever our ventures take us, then that's where I would like to be, because I'm very familiar with what's going on in Washington, D.C., and I think this stuff, because of what the state of Ohio did in confiscating, that needs to be taken to the U.S. Attorney or the Attorney General back in Washington, D.C., and I'm very looking forward to that meeting being set up, and I hope I can go back and be of some kind of service to the Native American Church. Thank all of you for being here. It's very exciting. I met a lot of really good people and stuff, and people that I assure you that I will be staying in touch with, and see how you're doing things back where you come from and stuff, because I know it's going to be a real task to try to do something like this where I come from. But if something's worth doing it, especially if it's for medical purposes, and that's what this marijuana is, and the purity. I'm willing to step in to see what I can do to try to convince the council and the people back at home that maybe this is something that we need to entertain. Thank you.
My name is Chris, comes with Clouds White, Native American, Oklevueha Native American Church of Virginia, sanctuaryonthetrail.org. Our mission is to bring recognition to the indigenous of the Americas for their contributions to the globe. And that's what we're doing here with plant medicine. They've introduced these medicines to the rest of the globe, and pharmaceutical companies have taken that medicine out of the plant and called it theirs. And another one of our objectives is helping leaders first. And we're proud to stand behind Jason Rios, who's a warrior, and the law group of Matt Pappas, who are indeed rainbow warriors and warriors of the rainbow who are fighting for all people of all colors. And we're proud to stand behind them.